Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Drillstevejr Jr. review. It's been a while, but we're not going to dwell on the specifics of why it's been a while. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new LEGO set released in the brand new year of 2026. And this set is called, the number is 60479, and the actual set title is Police Prisoner Transport Van. I would have personally called it Police Transport Van, just that. I don't think they really need to specify it as a prisoner transport, but whatever. Anyway, let's get into the actual review, starting with the minifigures. Now, first up, we have this dude, and he's got some very nice facial hair there with a mustache and a goatee and a bit of the stubble going on, and he's got some very nice hair. How much gel do you think it would take to make a hair like that? He's got a bulletproof vest on, or at least I assume that vest is bulletproof. There's the back with the police logo and the walkie-talkie. And taking off the hair and turning the head around. He's got a very scared face. Like, he looks very, very shocked and scared and like he's about to poop his pants. Which I guess might be accurate given the fact that you have to deal with two criminals and you're just by yourself in this set. So, yeah. Speaking of criminals, we're going to start off. I know, not start off. We're going to go next to this lady who is a criminal not wearing a escapee suit. I mean, that guy sure makes up for it, but we'll get to him in a bit. But she is wearing a suit and a tie, and it's very intriguing. The tie actually has a printing of a snake, which, aligns with another set in this wave, which is like a helicopter with a snake print on the tail of the helicopter. And her face gives off the kind of vibes of like Sabrina from Pokemon, where she just kind of looks inherently annoyed, for lack of a better word. Obviously, it's not Sabrina because the hair is completely wrong, since Sabrina normally has like dark blue, maybe even dark green colored hair. But it's an interesting connection I made. You get the newer version of this. I believe it's called the Spooky Girl hair. And this is the non-rubbery version. It's hard plastic. Oh. Had to get the hair back. And her alternate face, which is the one I probably should have started the video with, is her with her mask on. And, that just makes sense since you want to hide your identity. This could also work for, like, if you're trying to make a superhero minifigure, like a female one. This face would probably work really well for that. So, yeah, I actually kind of prefer the masked face. Not because I have anything against this face. I think this face has a lot of character to it. But I do think that this face sort of makes sense within the context of her, doing what she's doing in this set. And speaking of mean people, we have this guy who just looks like a total jerk. And he is wearing the brightest, like, frickin' orange crush colored Nickelodeon orange jumpsuit. And he's also wearing the standard, very iconic and used in Lego City all the time, stripes underneath the orange jumpsuit. So he's got both the orange jumpsuit and also the striped shirt underneath. And they really want to make sure that this guy is a former escapee, or he's about to go to jail, and for some reason, or maybe this guy's being moved to a prison, and that's why he's already in the jumpsuit in this set. Because this guy's supposed to be the guy who's in the truck, and she is busting him out with the motorcycle we'll get to. So that might be the reason. I didn't think about that, but that could be the reason. But it's Lego City, so you can use your imagination. And also, he has the Han Solo hair in this light nougat, and he's got these goggles on. They could be glasses, but I'm pretty sure they're goggles for when he gets onto the motorcycle. And he has a very. He looks so done with life in with this alternate face. This is the perfect face to use when he's actually in the transport truck, because he's just like, man, life just sucks. I'm stuck in handcuffs and my life is over. So, yeah, similar to her, I actually prefer having this face on for the context of this set. And speaking of handcuffs, you get two set you get two handcuffs and a spare, so there's plenty of handcuffs to go around. And I'm gonna have him in handcuffs for the rest of the video because I think it'll be funny that way. Anyway, let's push these two off to the side and let's talk about the motorcycle. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time that this chassis of motorcycle has come in dark red, or at least the first time it's come in dark red without any printing, as this motorcycle is devoid of any printing. You don't get any stickers for this. In fact, this set doesn't come with any stickers because that police emblem is a print. So that's really nice if you hate stickers, which I hate stickers most of the time. Sometimes I don't have a problem with them, but other times I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to put on stickers. Anyway, and you get this dangly chain hook thing, and it's got a tow hook and a chain, and this is used for the breaking out feature. But, you can put the lady on the motorcycle and, have her like so, and, you can make her break laws even further by not having a helmet on. But if you want, you can totally give her a helmet because they include one. It's a black helmet with a regular clear visor. And I'll set the hairpiece off to the side. And she can, drive the motorcycle. And we'll get to the truck in a second. But, you can hook on here. And it is kind of a hard push since you have to disengage the two clips here. You can make it easier for yourself by having it half hooked, like so, and then pulling on the door. But it is a little tricky given how short this chain is. So you really have to sort of break realism by grabbing the motorcycle and doing it like that. But there is a benefit since you get a spare chain piece in the set. So you can make the chain longer. And so that way, it's much easier to grab on and pull it off while still having the motorcycle on the ground. So, yeah. And also, talking about spare pieces, if you do not like the chain, you can, if you want to, since how this is built, you get a spare one of these tiles, so you can just take off the chain and just have a brake light instead, which I think that look is pretty good. But for the sake of the set, I'm gonna get rid of the spare pieces here and focus solely on the set. And, you know, I'll just set the motorcycle here. I guess I could try and use the chain as a kickstand. It does not want to stay put. I guess it'll just stay like that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that in the set you get a wanted poster for the lady, which shows her actually being arrested. So I guess she is a repeat offender. She just doesn't like showing it. So that's why she's not in a jumpsuit like or a striped shirt like literally every other Lego City crook ever. Anyway, now let's get on to the transport truck, which I think is quite nice. Let me just move that guy off to the side. And this actually went together quite quickly. I mean, sure, it uses one of these pre-built chassis on the bottom, but like other than this piece, you have to build the rest of this, but it still went together quite quickly, and it was a relatively fun build. It did not feel frustrating at all, and you know, it's got some nice shaping with like the white stripe that goes through it, which eventually leads into this section. At the front, you got this stripe down here as well. You got the nice bars. You got the light bar up top. And to put a figure into this, you pop off the... Oh. Normally, this glass does not come off with the rest of this, but I guess I wanted to be special this time and save me a bit of time. And there you go. There's a nice steering wheel in there, and you just plop them in there, get them all nice and comfortable, and the back is closed off so that the crooks don't annoy the crap out of him on the ride home, even though I'm pretty sure with these vans, there would be like a bar window, but, you know. And also there's 2 spots on the back, or, you know, you could probably fit more figures in there if you remove these 2 pieces. But I'm reviewing the set how it's implied to be built in the instructions, so I'm not going to do that. But, you know, you can put him back there, and if you capture the lady, you can put her in the second set of handcuffs that you come with and put her back here as well. But, you know, you can put the roof on, and there, you can drive to wherever you're going, either to the police station or Alcatraz or something. Anyway, but before we get into sort of the general final verdict and stuff, let's do a few size comparisons. Starting off, we're going to do a Disney Pixar car, in case you're curious to see how that looks. Next, we're going to do a Hot Wheel. And yes, this is an official Hot Wheel. Anime branding at all. We're going to do a deluxe class Transformer. And then let's do my previous review, which was the Spider Cycle. And then I think our last comparison here should be probably with the Coast Guard truck that came out last year, because they are quite similar in terms of like size and price and stuff. So I think these two sort of go together decently well. The Coast Guard one is a bit wider, but this one's a bit taller. And obviously, since this is police brand, it'll probably sell better. Not saying that this set sold bad or anything. I don't know how good it sold. I mean, it's still on shelves, so it could still change. It's still to be determined how well it sells. But I'm pretty sure this will sell better because it's police branding. Oh, and I almost forgot the most important comparison of them all. A Lego Baryonyx. But anyway, I think this set is pretty good, and I think there's a lot of play value here. And would I recommend this set? I think it's I think it's quite good. I think the only problem with this set is that, if you actually successfully break this dude out, there's not really a solid place for him to stand. But I guess if you want to, since this door breaking off as part of the gimmick, you could have him like surfing on it while it gets dragged by the hook. So I guess you could do that if you want to. Or, you could just use your imagination and pretend that he's on here when you're just driving this around. Imagination is the spice of life. And this guy really does not want to stand. And neither does the motorcycle. I wonder if I could use the wanted poster to... There we go. So yeah, would I recommend this set? I think it's worth your money. I think the price is pretty good. Pretty sure it's like $25 US and $30 Canadian. So it's not a bad deal. And you get 3 figures. You get a little motorcycle. You get a relatively solid van. And I think that kids and collectors and people just trying to fill out their Lego City can get a lot out of this set, and I think it's pretty good. So, this has been Drillsteve Jr. signing off, and I'll see you in the next video.